Hello, I'm Joel Magiera, and I'm located here near Strawn, Indiana. And together with my wife Debbie and our son Josh, we operate Magiera Farms, which includes about 5,500 acres of crops, and we do some seed corn production also. I mentioned we were in the seed production business, and I started working with Bill Overmeyer, I can't count the years ago, buying hopper bottom bins to store and to keep seed in. And over the years we've known and talked from time to time and exchanged information back and forth. And then in 06, as our farming operation grew, we decided and saw the need for a regular commercial grain system on the commercial side of our business, the corn and soybean side. And so in 06 we started with a plan for a grain facility and started with four 36-foot bins, hold 22,000 apiece, and that's really the start of the grain system there, and went on to 48-foot bins, and then added an SQ32 horizontal dryer and had a grain air system at that time. And then we've transitioned from there to more 48-foot bins, a wet holding tank, and then this past year, this current year, we've put up a tower dryer, 2650 Brock tower dryer. I mentioned we saw the need on the horizon for a commercial grain system. That was a collaboration between Keith and our son Josh and myself as to exactly how to get it laid out and how we want it and how the flow was going to be, and where the push button stations were going to be, and just how it was going to really work. And so Keith has been very good to work with, and Overmeyer's provided him a lot of support, and it's worked out real well. It's been a great relationship, and we enjoy working with them, and it's been good products, and we've not been disappointed. In our planning sessions with Bill and with Keith, and when they would look over our situation, what we were going to do, I always felt like they did know their equipment, and over the years, even though we've put equipment in and then taken it out and upgraded it for more capacity or for better quality, I've felt like we did get good information, and the machinery did perform as it was intended to, as described when we talked about it. So they do have quite a depth of knowledge of their machinery and how it's going to work, along with their installation. They did go, they've installed all of this system, and it's been their responsibility from the beginning, and they've done a good job with it. And yes, I have a lot of confidence in Overmeyer Agri Group. I touched on construction a little bit ago, and to expand just a little bit on the construction part, we've had several different crews doing different portions of the project here, and whether Keith is in charge of it, of that particular segment of the project, or whether Brian Lacey's in charge of it, they all do good work, and I have confidence that it will be done correctly. There have been a few minor issues, like there are in a lot of large projects, and their repair people come out, and Carl especially, and all their guys are good. But if there's a problem, they'll get it fixed, and it won't be any big deal. It'll be taken care of, and they are attentive to my phone calls, and I wouldn't know why they wouldn't be to other people's. And it's been a good relationship with them, and that follows on through to the new, and also to service and new startups. We will start up 2 new dryers. Josh has already been here. Josh Wiseman has already been here once to fire our tower dryer to make sure everything's right, and I was with him for a while, and we went through questions, and I know that if we want him here on the initial fire up, when it's full of corn, which we probably will, I know that he would be here, if we want him to. He was on the last one, and I'm sure he will be on this one too. very comfortable, help us get started, and we're very comfortable with it. The construction process is completed and to our satisfaction. Or even a little better, it looks really nice, and the equipment is performing as it was intended to. Things are working out just fine. We're getting great capacity, which is one of the things we were after. We also put in a cleaner, and now we're getting good clean grain that if I decide that I need to store this grain until July or August to pick up the carry to help make those bins pay, the reason for putting them in, I'm not worried about it, and that grain will store with proper aeration. It'll store, and the whole system is pretty well performing as it was intended, and we're glad for that.